naughty and who's nice? Writing it in the big book. Crypto Mike, are you nice? Or are you on the naughty list? All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this show on the road here. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever it is in the world you're coming to us from. Welcome to DYOR Live here on the DYOR Media Network. So glad to be hosting a special Christmas Eve day version of this great award-winning show. We're so glad to be hosting another episode. And that, when I say we, I mean me, and of course my co-host, ladies and gentlemen, Pedro Garcia, my crypto chart analyst and co-host. How's everybody doing today? Pedro, what's happening?
Good, man. How you doing? How's your holiday going?
So far, so good. I got my Santa hat on, getting ready for Christmas. All the Christmas shopping is done and all that kind of stuff. So I'm ready to go. The kids are both out of town, and so I'm just here with the in-laws. I'm just chilling. It's the first time in 22 years that I haven't had any kids for Christmas. So kind of an amazing thing.
You?
It is, but it's enlightening. It's enlightening. The kids are together. They are doing their thing in Colorado. So I know they will have plenty of Christmas cheer because Dad's had to pump them out plenty of Christmas dough. So. So all that's been good. But welcome to everybody joining the show. Should have a fun show for you today. It's a little bit crazy, but the Bitcoin's moving around, moving and grooving, so we'll get to that. And also, Pedro, how's my sound? Is my sound level good?
It sounds a little muffled, but it sounds good though.
All right, I'm gonna boost it up a little bit here. Oh no, that's the red light. Don't want the red light. That should be better. Anyway, that still sounds like a little much. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're going to have a fun show for you today. Technical Tuesday, going over charts. Remember, everybody, like and share this everywhere. We get most of, Pedro and I have been doing a little analytics, and we get most of our viewers, besides our regulars, from the great YouTube algorithm and the Rumble algorithm. And so the interactions really count for that. Liking and especially sharing. If you share it with one person who actually clicks the link and launches our show, it boosts the show's visibility up by 50 million %. Maybe 100 million %.
All right, so all my people, click on the link that is shared. So here's my question. So if somebody clicks on it, let's say I put it to YouTube, or I grab the YouTube link and I share it to, let's say, my Facebook page. It's like a big deal, correct?
Right, but Facebook doesn't really like the sending you. They want you to do the Facebook link, but it doesn't matter. I'm not broadcasting on Facebook today anyway, since we're doing it from StreamYard. Getting it to go to all 7 places we normally do using StreamYard is the upscale plan, or a lots of extra configuration on my part, which I was not doing. But I do realize that even though we get most of our viewers from the algorithm, we still got to let the regulars know we're on here today. So I'm going to do a little
Gotcha.
a little social media stuff here. Did your screen share get working out all right?
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm trying to get it up and going. I think it's... Can you see it?
Oh, that's right. I forgot I can do that. No. There we go. It's coming up. It's coming up. There we go. Who we got in the house here today? Crypto Mike. Great. He puts up the goat. Crypto Mike says, I'm naughty and nice with a sprinkle of energy drinks. Yes. All right, I'll get the Naughty and Nice book out here, otherwise known as the Great Book of Rug Pulls. Right. I'll put Mike down in the nice. Says Pedro's getting fire chicken sickness. He's getting outright bullish. I haven't paid attention to fire chicken today. I note that I was in a nice Bitcoin trade overnight, which I made a smooth 15% on. But if I had let it run, I would have made 500%. You just take them as the plan worked out. Live another day to make another plan, as they say.
The key is every day. I mean, you get to the point where you're kind of gauging the market fairly well. So now you need to start writing down your trade and then see what your win to loss ratio is and your risk to reward ratio. And then you calculate that. And that gives you a good understanding of your win ratio. And then that's when you're able to really start tinkering with what you're actually doing. That's when you're able to start really making money, because if you understand, all right, let's say you're like, okay, so my average win, my stop loss, I risk about, $100, and I typically make like, $200-$300, or I risk, like $20 and make $100, or I risk $5 and I make $50, right? That's a 10-to-1 ratio on average. And then if I win 40% of the time, 50% of the time, you can then just extrapolate how much money you could keep winning by the amount of times that you have certain rules that you're playing off. And that's a big deal. That's a really big deal.
That would be a big deal for me to get to that point. Because then I wouldn't have to worry about the real world stuff anymore. I could just sit here in front of the computer for the rest of my life instead of just part of my life doing the show and trading. Which trading, would be good.
You get to the point where if you want to just trade a couple of trades, and you can trade those trades when your rules are met. You don't have to be in front of the computer. Now, if you really like trading like I do, and you just get off on the nuances of it, and it going down first, and then it hits down your 30-minute SMA, and you see it then revert, and you're watching the intraday time as well as your entry time frame, and you see them doing this, and then all of a sudden you see them just kind of, and there's that trend. It's almost like someone who's a really good golfer, right? And then they start to work on those nuance, So that's
yep. And trust me, I know that.
There you go. And it's just, imagine doing that with trading, getting to the point where you understand pretty much. Like, the market doesn't shock me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh yeah,
I'm long past that point too of it shocking me. You're just like, that's the market. That's what it's gonna do.
No. Okay, no. I said the market will most likely see a Christmas rally last night, right?
Yep.
And I said we should. Now, I'm not shocked that it did that. Not that it went against me.
Went against you? You on the phone, you told me it was going to do this exactly. I just didn't think it. I think we didn't think it was going to go so high. It
doesn't shock me when it does what I'm fairly accurate at on a daily basis. Meaning I don't get shocked by the market because it typically does what I expect it's going to do. Does that not make sense? Am I one of those guys who think that makes sense and it doesn't make sense?
All right, let's hear some comments. I mean, there's 7 of you out there. Let's hear some more comments. Come on, guys. Come on. Let's hit.
I mean, it's almost like this. All right, okay. Your kid. Yeah. You could pretty much, within 90% of his actions, you know what he's going to do. Right? So it's somebody who doesn't really know him, but starting to get to know him. And they go, oh, he did this. I go, shocked. And you're like, well, I wasn't, because that's my son. I know him. Well, the time and energy you've spent paying attention to your son and your daughter is the amount of time I probably spent looking at the charts. Makes realistically. Sense. So I'm not shocked when my kid does something that I expected him to do, but most people don't realize it. Because I've, in a sense, it's been 20 plus years. I gave up children for
Lent.
For the charts. What's up?
Anyway, when we get to BTC here, welcome Rumblers, all of you joining us on Rumble. We have a couple of viewers over there. Thanks. Give us the holler over there. Welcome please share, like, follow, comment, rant, or what's the YouTube one called? It's the Super Chat.
Super chat.
Just do it. Let's show that algorithm you guys love us.
Dude, I was watching baby videos last night. Whatever
Baby
reason.
videos?
Yeah, I'm not joking. It sounds weird. But and I was basically like thinking about like it was my thought process was this because I kind of put that on somebody yesterday. Hardcore. Like went like I had to go to the store and this guy had to pick up some stuff for food and you know, it's gonna be holiday and it's supposed to be snowing out where I'm at. So I'm not gonna go down to my family. I'm not gonna be able to because I just hate dealing with snow. So I'm sitting there, right? I went into like a PTSD moment, bro. I was like, this mother one thing about me, and you've seen this with myself, whenever I walk, right? Like because you've walked with me, I always am looking for the exit. And we've talked about this, right? Like there's two people coming here, where are my exits? Right? Yep. Like and most guys are like that. When I drive the same way. I go, okay, this car is getting super close, the car in front of me. I'll pull back so that I have distance in case something happens. I can pivot and move around what I need to, right?
Me too. Do the same thing.
It's really important for me to have a way out. Okay, wherever or whatever I'm in. So I'm
are you telling me it's important in relationships too?
Honestly, I never thought about that, but yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, I do. Holy crap! Probably why I'm single. Because girls want to lock you down, bro. They're like, "Are you going to do this?" And you're like, "Now that you are trying to lock me down, probably not now." I'm like, "Yep, time to go." But on the back end, though, looked out on this guy because the guy locked me in, and I couldn't get out. And I was trying to do it, bro, and I had to go this way. I couldn't. Trying to go this way. I couldn't. So I felt horrible because I started freaking out. Like, dude, what are you doing, man? You're blocking everybody else. Move forward. So I pulled out and I just kind of and I felt guilty. I felt super guilty. And so I was like, God, forgive me.
Are you a road rager?
No, I'm not. I'm actually real chill. But if you block me in and I can't get out, remember the whole entire story that I just had? Right? I freak out. I go into PTSD mode. Like don't block me. And I'm a big dude. So it's almost like a lion, yo, bro, don't block me in. You know? You've heard you see me what's that Friday? He's like, I'm an Aztec warrior, don't lock me in. You know what I'm talking? Anyways.
No.
So
welcome Chuck Jansen to the house. What's up, everyone? Chuck Jansen. Also coming over from Rumble is Fire Chicken. Welcome, Fire Chicken.
What's up, Fire
I'm sure at some point we'll be talking Fire Chicken again today.
Definitely.
Nick Crypto. Sorry I missed your comment earlier. I shared the stream on X. Thanks for joining us, Nick Crypto. I don't know how to pronounce that, but Nick Crypto, thanks for joining us. Love to know how you found us. Really appreciate you joining the show here. If you got any questions, let us know. If you want us to go over a chart or something like that, please let us know. AI Alpha Wolf drops a $5 super sticker, not a super chat. I don't even know what a super sticker is, but we've got apparently a $5 super sticker from AI Alpha Wolf. Thank you very much, Walter, for shedding the dollars out of your pocket and put them into our pocket. We really appreciate it. Shows the algorithm that there's something going on here that everybody loves. And as always, Pedro and I are very thankful, especially on this Christmas Eve day for us Christians to prepare for the arrival of a morning of hell on Christmas for those of you with parents. The rest of us going to go to midnight mass. No, we're not going to go to midnight mass. I did that. Never done that. I made the mistake of that a few years ago, and it was the 3-hour midnight mass, the Mass of Ascension or whatever it's called. Big mistake. And but anyway, we're going to celebrate Christmas. I guess Pedro, the thing that I enjoy when I got divorced, my X and I set up an arrangement where every other year, you've got the kids for this holiday, and then I can, and blah, 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 blah. And what I ended up doing is saying, you can have them for Christmas Day. You love that stuff. I just want them for Christmas Eve. And I really enjoy the evening and having a few drinks and exchanging some gifts and saying how thankful you are for the kids and the whole year, that everything went well and nobody ended up in prison or dead, and we have another year to look forward to. So I do miss that, but fortunately I will be spending Christmas with Mrs. Striking, the whole Christmas week with Mrs. Striking, which I've never done.
Oh wow, really?
Yep, I've always been on the move.
That's interesting.
Alpha Wolf says, there you go, I got to be the first one. Merry Christmas, you guys. Have a great day. Thanks for everything you guys always do. Really appreciate it. Thank you, Alpha Wolf. Thanks for being on the show yesterday. Look forward to having you again on the show. Chuck says, I'm on a different X space right now. I got a DYOR Media network playing on all the devices. Well, come join us when you're done. Promote that fire chicken.
Yeah, dude, it is. It's popping,
Pedro,
bro.
you need to get a new. I think you need a new picture on your YouTube profile.
Probably. I love it, dude. I love it. I'm just like, let's got my little salt and pepper going on.
Alpha says, well, damn it, I did the wrong thing. I was looking for the teal thing. That's where it sent me. Oh, it's because I have the goal set up. Yes, I have a goal. You know what? Maybe I did a sticker goal instead of a super chat goal. Doesn't matter. Whatever. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. As always, we're heading off to Ibiza for our hookers and booze with your $5. Anyway, Pedro, on Technical Tuesday here, we do something called reviewing the charts, and it's Technical Tuesday stuff. So what does that mean? That means I'm going to play this. Oh yeah, Technical
Dude, you
Tuesday.
got it in, bro. Nice.
No, I remembered it. Remember it only once a month.
Yes. But you still got it.
But anyway, Bitcoin did a major turnaround here this morning. It was the past couple of days. It was on a downward trend. And last night you and I were talking, and you said, yep, it's been on a downward trend, but because of various things, it's going to come up a little bit here into pretty much the zone you have there. Actually, it was a little below that. I think it went up a little bit farther than we thought. And then it's going to turn around and head back down. What are the tea leaves, otherwise known as the charts, telling you today?
Well, the charts are really communicating to me that, look, great little Christmas rally. We're seeing it. The institutions are basically just chilling. It's Christmas. They've been going nonstop. The fact that crypto trades 24/7 is their way of, typically they're just going to stay out. They're like, whatever, dude. They put their stops in, or they said, all right, we'll let the market do whatever it does. So you can see that we're pumping here. But what do I always say?
Hold on. Welcome Tim Fountain to the show. Timothy Fuentes, welcome to the show.
Mr. Fuentes, ¿qué pasa, señor? So you can see here that we've had low volume the last few days as we were coming up. So we will probably continue up. We've got a couple things around here. We got this area right here, which is more of the intraday time frame. We came, we blew, and that was it. And then let's check out the day. All right, boom. This area right here. So I don't know if it's going to continue here, because if it continues here, then it's pretty much the only stop we got left is right here and right here. I don't expect us to continue. I don't. But if it does, then we want to see more volume, right? Like real volume come in. So we'll see what happens. We've got a couple days where it may just rally from here all the way up. Key thing that we want to be paying attention to is what time frame is it trending on. So whatever time frames you use, That's what you need to look at to see if is it trending on that time frame. And if the trend is up, you can go long. If the trend is down, go short. Whatever indicators that you use to give you your trending mechanism, or whatever charting, if you just look for higher highs and higher lows, right? I use multiple things for myself. I use higher highs, higher lows, moving averages. I use wicks. I use time chains to be able to communicate to me that it's moving up and going to continue up. But whatever one you're using, just make sure that it's continuing up and be paying attention to the volume. If we start to see major, like you can see, here's been the average volume, right? Whereas Christmas is barely anything.
Right.
Like, look, it's nuts. You can't even really see it on the chart. So those are just things to be paying attention to. Even though it's a big rally, there's not a lot of, it's like a big guy who can't hit. There's no volume. He can hit you, but he just doesn't know how to hit, right? So that's kind of like what this is. There's not a lot of volume there, even though it's a big move. So I'd expect to see it potentially continue up into potentially that 100 to 103 area if we blow through this area here. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell for Bitcoin. Ethereum, it's actually been showing some pretty good strength there. Same thing, but again, not a lot of volume, right? And we were talking about same type of area here. We found some support. It's got to get above this 8. If it gets above this 8, you want to see with volume, and that's one thing we're not really seeing because it's Christmas, and so institutions kind of put the algorithms on, like not standby, but just alpha making profit until they get back into the office and drop it again. But
right.
That's what I think we're going to see here. Yeah, it's Christmas, man. Happy New Year. Dun, 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 dun. Yo, who sings that song?
I don't even know. Not even sure what was coming through my earphones there, Pedro.
It sounded like screeching. My bad. You're like, no. Oh wait, I'm one of the Novanauts that came in yesterday with AI Wolf. I love learning TA. You all have a great show. Thank you. Appreciate that, man. That's what's up. So yeah, man, I'm glad you're learning about TA. I'm glad you've chosen to learn from me. I appreciate that. So basically, I'm just watching. Everything's pretty much playing off of that 8. And we're having some reaction there. So I'm kind of looking at the smaller ones here. Are they reacting off of that 8? And so like one of the things that I do is I'll look and kind of run through, because a lot of them kind of play the same way. And I'll see if they're reacting to the 8, right? And then what happens is that it will show you typically what's actually happening with the overall market here. Let me pull up here real quick also. Weird.
Man, what the fuck is going on here? Jesus.
So I know.
Matt Rhodes in the house. Thank you for joining us, Matt Rhodes. Really appreciate it.
There we go.
Diddy Bam Bam.
Diddy Bam Bam. There you go. What's Diddy Bam Bam?
It's on your screen.
Oh, you're right. I was like, maybe I was just. All right, let me see here real quick. Well, I'm right here. Cryptocurrencies. Boom. Coin market cap and a lot of these other ones here really doing a great job at creating these like S&P 500, but for crypto. And so what was it here real quick? Like the top 10 coins here. Is it products? Here we go. Converter. BMC Labs. Crypto AI.
What are you looking for?
They have like a top. It's an index of the top 100, and they have like top 100, top 50.
Yeah, down there where it says all crypto, then it says NFTs, categories, token unlocks, memes, SOL, DOT. Those are all, categories of shit.
Yeah, but they actually had it charted. So there's a chart that holds them. And so I've been looking at that chart and messing with it. And I don't know if it's here. Category, no, NFTs, all cryptos. What was Rehypo? I forgot what this one was about.
I don't know.
I forget. What was it? Lido staking. This one, you talk about an up and comer that people lost on. This guy right here, bro. This was ridiculous. Lido's coin here. Like it just it was look at that thing, they just dropped. You talk about a loss. I was looking at that like I was like,
Alpha Wolf says, okay guys, it's time to support. We need four more teal boxes on there. Make sure everybody please like and follow the space. Also hit those hearts. Thanks, Levi. Pedro, if you don't notice, I have a goal running here for 5 what I thought were super chats, but I think they're. If everyone's watching on their desktop, I don't know what's like on their phone. There says there's a goal thing there that you can hit, and it says 5 teal super chats. We got 1 of 5.
Nice. Well, I like it. I like it a lot. Let's go. I love that.
Let me see what I can do here too. I've never actually used this before, but it seemed like a new feature that might as well. Let's see. Up at the top of the chat.
Show.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Pedro.
I was watching Zach's show, right? And I noticed that his camera is kind of off tilt, so it looks like he's like when he looks at it, he has to look at the camera, right? But it kind of looks cool like this. So I'm thinking about getting a couple cameras coming up here.
If you can just get one camera, we'd appreciate it.
Well, I want to get this one, and then one right here, and then one right here. Right, like one right, like so I can get 3, and I can be like sitting there like looking at it. And when I'm looking at the chart, I can like hit a little thing where it says switch to. I was talking to a friend of mine. He was telling me how to do it, and so I was like, "Whoa, that would be cool." So, you know what I'm saying? Let me take that out right there. I totally forgot about it. Had a long session with my trading coach today, and we were talking about time, or we were talking about trends and the start of a trend and what it looks like, and it was almost 3 hours of just trend talk. It was so dope. I was like, "Oh, this is so good," right? And everybody talking, and I don't know. I love stuff like that.
All right, we got Lucifer, the fallen angel, helping us with our goal here of a $5 super chat. Thank you, Lucifer. Oh. There's going to be a car dealership in the need of money now because you have parted with your money. Matt Rhodes with the $5. Also, thank you very much. This is a new feature we're trying, and it's not just so we can suck all the money out of your pockets and put it in ours. It's really to get the algorithm going and really kicking it for us. And if that seems to work, then we'll get a lot more viewers. And then advertisers will just throw money at us like that meme. Just take my money, throw it. So thank you, everybody, for participating in this little scheme. We appreciate it, of course. And like I always say, all of the donations are helpful to us. And Pedro and I really appreciate that there are people out there willing to part with their hard-earned cash. But Pedro, I got to tell you, the time for hard-earned cash is over. You know why? Because tonight is the $1 billion lottery. The Mega Millions is at 970 million. We'll just call it $1 billion. And I bought my tickets.
Oh.
I bought my tickets. Even though I'm in Kanukistan, I can log into the Illinois lottery. And actually, I better not even say that. Let me just say I'm in Illinois right now, and I bought my tickets. And gonna get my billions and billions and billions.
Hey, can I have like just 1% of it?
Yeah. Trust me, we'll all be fat and happy after that. I'll tell you what. I'll give you a big fat salary, and you can run the foundation for giving away a big chunk of the money.
Oh, bro, that would be my absolute dream, dude. Orphans, widows, those people who are destitute, man. That would be. I'm sorry. I imagine how many children would be happy. Like I just personally would. You talk about a heartache. That just
Lucifer says, "Hope it helps my chumbalones. I know what it's like having a mom's and a pop's shop." Yep. Carmen says, "Tom Musk." Yes, Tom Musk.
Market cap. Maybe this is it right here. I'm trying to find this because I want to go over this part here, and I saw it last night on my phone. Should have. Right here, crypto ETF net flow.
I don't understand why this thing just doesn't default to your GPay. You're on a Google thing. I was trying to also do a thing here to get us up the goal to see what happens when you meet your goal, and it just I have used GPay and Google Pay for all types of stuff.
All right. Nick, the new guy, he's not an FNG anymore now.
Oh, Nick Crypto is now an official OG. No, he's just a G, as Lucifer would say. Thank you, Nick. I wish I had the sound effects machine going today. I'd really appreciate it because it would be going nuts today. Thank you for the $5. We need one more to reach our goal, and then I'm sure when Chuck comes back, he'll take care of it. I might even have to do the chicken dance. But thank you, Nick. We really appreciate it. Please, if you've got something you want Pedro to go over, Pedro's apparently looking for a job while I talk here.
No, I was just wondering. No, I was like, they actually are looking for people. So I was like, hardcore, collaborative. That would actually be fun. We could communicate openly. We work as a team for our values. I might just try to apply here. What would I? Well, I don't even know what I would do.
Alpha. Sorry. I thought you. Go ahead, Pedro.
No, go ahead. What are you going to say?
Alpha Wolf says, "Okay, Tom, you got to be honest now. You know you're doing it because you want to suck all the money out of our pockets. Transparency and honesty is the first step." Yes, I guess it's like going to the classes, huh? They're AI. Got to be honest, transparent. One more to go. I'd do it, but I'd push us over the edge, but we'll wait for Chuck to come back, and then
I'm actually going to try to do this. This is actually kind of cool. I'm sorry. I'm online here, and I'm like, forgive me. I'm like, wow, this is kind of cool. Oh. Here we go. Oh my God. Down.
Holy shit! Bitcoin is just still rocking, man. I wish I had kept my long open.
Always keep a runner. Always. Boom, 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 boom. Trend NFTs, unlock tokens, most new.
It's just getting too far away from that 15. It's just got to come back at some point.
It will. It will. Product glossary videos. Where is it at? Why can I'm gonna have to Google this right here because I don't know why it's not wanting to work.
All right, forget the market index. Let's just get back to charts.
All right, cool. We'll just jump into the charts here. If somebody want to pull it up for me, that'd be dope. All right, so one of the things I want to bring up here real quick, and we can see here, is let's check the S&P 500 and everything that we're doing. So this market for the futures, actually, we saw a really big spike up with the futures. So we saw a big of a sell, a pullback on the futures to kind of rebalance it, what it was actually happening here for the new contract. So it was really interesting to sit there and see that we kind of pulled back, right? Like I was talking about the pullback on the futures as well. So let's check out the S&P 500. So we pulled back. We had a big sell-off. We came in, almost touched the 100-day period moving average. It's a pretty big deal for the S&P 500. So a nice little Christmas rally start off on Friday, and now we're seeing it continue here. Now, again, this is the thing I always bring up. We want to see volume here, and we saw a decent amount of volume on Friday stepping off of that 89. It was, and here's the part that I bring up, it was almost a 10% pullback, right? We were all the way up at 608, and we went from there all the way to a 5,800, which was almost a 10% pullback, which is a really good pullback for any type of movement in the market, right? Like that's really good. I know we're like 10%. What? That's a daily move. That doesn't mean anything. Well, for the S&P 500, it's a pretty big move. So it pulled back pretty strong, and now we're starting to see it continue up. So with that said, I thought we were going to come down and tap these areas here. And I still think we probably will come into the beginning of the year. And it also depends on what Trump is going to do. Some of his economic plans and what he would like to do, policies, it all depends on that. The biggest thing I think is what's going to happen, and I think could really affect the S&P 500. Again, it's not financial advice, but it's actually Doge. It was really interesting to actually sit there and see what is actually happening with Doge. When I mean Doge, I mean the Department of Efficiency, right?
Right.
This idea that they very much, I mean, the fact that they stopped some big port going through, right? Like, and in addition to that, are now hype. Like the fact that Ramaswamy had his X feed like straight up hacked.
Oh, he did?
Oh yeah, he had it hacked. It shows me like, dude. And it was funny is he actually got hacked by a crypto currency. It was funny,
man. He's probably got his phone number associated with his account, and somebody did the SIM swap. I bet.
Exactly what happened. I actually needed.
Thankfully, we only have 1,000 viewers. We don't have 50 million viewers and are in the news cycle every day.
Dude, but and then part behind it as well as this is he got it hacked, and it was actually a crypto project that hacked him. It was a CBDC, or it wasn't CBDC. It was a stable coin, and so he basically they were promoting the stable coin and how it was going to help with balancing the U.S. government with what they're doing. And it saw like a 37% jump before a lot of people's money got taken. I mean, they didn't.
Oops.
I just thought to myself, dude, how genius is that? Who sits there and combs through all of the U.S. politicians, right? And are trying to do stuff. So I just thought that was really interesting. But jumping back to the Doge situation, I think the Doge situation with the Department of Efficiency, government efficiency, I think that agency, I'm just gonna start calling it the efficiency agency. Them coming in and really start to mess things up could save a lot of money, and that saving of money could be very bullish on the S&P 500, as well as people wanting to do business with America outside. A lot of export businesses wanting to do business with us, even though our dollar is screaming. Speaking of our dollar has come up all the way for the US dollar up to the 108 area. This is a big situation. Where am I? There. So we came through our zone here. We're finding support on that 8. So it's looking like it's continuing up. And like I said, the 108, 110, 112 area, the rest of the world starts to hemorrhage because they can't do a US dollar exchange. When we go up, they go down. So it's a major. So it's going to push a lot of people to kind of push away from the BRICS situation, right? Which will then really give us either push them away or rally enough to say we got to break away from the U.S. system, the euro dollar. And if that happens, then there's tariffs that correlate with that. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens. But all that to say is, as this is moving up, it's again making America stronger from a business standpoint because we have we have more capital to play with. From a global standpoint. And as America really starts to produce, and Elon Musk has made it very clear that we're going to produce, right? Or produce oil. Speaking of oil, let's check out oil here. Like how I'm doing this.
Crude oil.
Crude oil is starting again. We're setting up this place, but again, we're seeing a slow down in relationship to volume. As this volume is happening, obviously we're going to see a switch over from next year, right? Volume for the next contract. But again, though, we're not seeing higher highs and higher lows. And so I'm expecting us to see again a follow through that to come down to that 58 area here as we're playing off of it. So it's one of those things I'm looking at going, you know what, we very much could follow that 58, which hence, if it does come down to there, a lot of places around the world are going to have a hard time producing, right? It's going to be hard for them. Also, it'll be hard for us, but our local people will still be able to make money. It's selling to the American people. So it's going to be really interesting to see as we start to use American oil, standard oil, into the areas that we look in. And then as we export it around the world. Germany has already said that they want to start buying our stuff, as other European countries, so they can actually pull away from being dependent on Russia and many other, like the Saudis, right, that aren't for the euro dollar. So again, as that happens, there's going to be an increase in American goods exports as we export, bring in income into America, which could very much still be very inflationary, but on the back end, we will actually have production with that inflation versus inflation without production just basically makes you poor. So
right. Lucifer has a question about, he said in California, San Francisco, gas is finally $3 a gallon over there. It used to be $6 a gallon.
Yep.
How does this happen? Tom, can you elaborate? Two things come to mind right away. One, the summer gas season is over. California has a particular problem with their rules for their gasoline that they can consume. And there's only basically 2 refineries in the state of California that make it. And other refineries in other states used to help make it, but then California tweaked the rules a little bit for it, and they're like, no, fuck that. We're not going to make that gas because it's going to cost us too much to make it and tool for it. So the guys can charge at the refineries. It's the one down in that Citgo one down near the Los Angeles airport. And then there's another one somewhere else that makes that gas, that summer blend gas for you guys. And so they were charging a lot extra for it because he didn't have as many suppliers. And 2, I don't know if you guys noticed this, during the election cycle, Joe Biden drew down on the strategic oil reserve and released a lot of oil, not just out to the market in general, but to the refineries for gas. One of the thoughts during their election process was if the price of gas comes down, people will vote for him because they're like, oh, the price of gas is all right because they vote on the economy. And it did happen. It worked. They flooded the market, the refineries with oil and at a good price. So they bought it. They're able to pass that price on. And since they have to compete with a bunch of the other ones, Note the price did not come down in Illinois that much because we also have a crazy summer blend gas. But around the rest of the U.S., striking at, and I just drove to Colorado, and one place we pulled over, and it was $2.07 a gallon. Yeah, $2.07. So they did a good job flooding the market with fuel, which drew down the price. Now that's an artificial way of doing it, and it didn't work out for the Democrats so well. They lost in about almost as bad as the Walter Mondale loss in 1984. But we still have a lot of that gas in the market because the summer blend gas is gone, and we have the lingering effects of oversupply. So everywhere, much gas is much cheaper right now, but don't count on that. Don't count on that for long. Even though people say Trump's going to crank the production back up of oil and allow for more fracking and blah, 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 that all takes time. It takes time. And, you know, the gas and oil markets are 6 months to 6 years in reaction time, depending on, you know, what's going on. I don't want to imply here, but when Kamala was supposedly winning, gas was through the roof. We'd love to pay $2. $2. I want my $2. One of the greatest movies ever. I want my $2. That's a damn shame. Throwing away a perfectly good white boy like that. That's one of my favorite lines. In a movie called Better Off Dead with John Cusack.
Yeah. Dude, he's one, like, I think he's an underrated comedian. They don't really shout him out, but I love him, dude. I think he's funny.
Yeah, Alpha Wolf, the prices did come down in Illinois. Not so much in Cook County. Not so much in Cook County.
So, at the market, I think the market's going to continue to go down here. We're showing basically that it's weak. Nothing's really showing it to be strong here. We're hitting that 8 and the monthly. We're just kind of waiting on here for the monthly 8 to kind of catch up. We bounce off of the 200-day month or the 200 monthly moving average here. We're just kind of consolidating here. And you can see, obviously, during December, we do see a bit of a drop off. But recently, we've seen a bit more of late. So I think what's happening is there's not a lot of people driving. People want to pull back. They want to wait and see. You know, partly maybe potentially they're saving money to go through and to buy Bitcoin or some type of cryptocurrency. So as we're seeing this come down, I think a lot of this spare money that I'm showing here, that people make money in the stock market and then potentially see it drop into crypto as that money happens. So a lot of I think we're going to see a pretty big push in as people have excess money. And that's why I'm kind of bringing this up here. Crude oil or gold is selling off, which is a good sign. Basically saying that risk is off. The rest of the world is kind of falling apart. China's falling apart. India's falling apart, right? We're seeing Canada falling apart. We're watching Germany fall apart. America's holding on okay. That's why I'm expecting us to see as it starts to fall apart even more, because we're going to, we've got it. There's no way that we really cannot have issues. Okay. So, but in all that, America's stability currently right now is what's holding everything up. And so as we start to see, if we watch, the indication is if I start to see gold start to spike and push back up again, then I'm going to be more like just kind of pulled back up. I'm going to wait and see, right? We bounced off the 100 when he came through. Now we're going below it, which is the 100-day period moving average. I believe we're going to be coming back down to that 2491 area, the 200-day period moving average right here. So the 100-day is what we're finding resistance against, as well as the 8 period. So we should start seeing a trend down on gold as we come down and hit that 200-day period moving average, most likely. With that said, let's go ahead and go check out a few more other things here. So how does that play in everything with Bitcoin and crypto? One being that people will have extra money to buy crypto. So I think after we see the Santa Claus rally sell-off, right after, you typically will have a sell-off, pullback, they pick up orders, and then we'll see them push this thing back up potentially, is what I'm expecting. When that happens, when you see the sell-off, I think a lot of people are going to have extra cash in their pocket to buy into crypto. And so that's where now we're at here. Now let's check out.
Welcome, Extreme Car Care. Happy Christmas Eve. It's Christmas. It actually is Christmas Eve in Manchester. Hope you're all set up for Christmas over there in the great state of England.
Oh, me too.
Did you, Pedro? Hold on, Pedro. To interject a little humor in. Did you see that the tweet that I think it was Eric Trump tweeted out, and it was showing. It was a meme showing his dad looking at his phone, and the phone you could basically tell it was Amazon, and then they had a screenshot of it, and it said, "What would you like to buy today?" And it said Canada, Greenland, Panama Canal.
Bro,
it was so funny. It was like immediate delivery, you know.
That's funny, dude. The whole entire thing with Panama Canal, dude, that is kind of crazy.
Well, you know what? I did a little research into that. I was like, what, Matt? I haven't heard anything going on in that. But if you recall our discussion about Argentina and the previous president leaning towards China, and Milei coming in and going, no, we don't have anything in common with those people. We're same people as the Americans. We have we want to be on the dollar, not on the Chinese yuan. And as it turned out, as we all know, is that the Chinese government was bribing, which we won't use the word bribing. We will say financially incentivizing decisions that go in their favor, like giving them your port access, giving them your access to your military bases and unused military bases, and buying their fighter jets instead of our fighter jets. And Milei said, no, that's dumb. Let's line up with the Americans. And the whole country goes, literally the whole country of Argentina went, yeah, of course. We don't know what that last president was doing. That's why we got rid of him. That's what's going on in Panama right now. All of a sudden, they're having all this China talk in Panama. And people are like, wait a minute. We went down there and kicked out the last guy with our military because he got all crazy. So we're going to do that again if you guys get all crazy. Because the Panama Canal to us is kind of a national security asset. It's why we went down and built it. We nicely gave it back to the Panamanians a long time ago. But if they start giving overtures to the Chinese on a much stronger basis, giving them much better pricing. The Chinese are holding them hostage for various pricing things. So they're charging our ships a lot. You don't really want to know what they charge our military ships to go through it. I think the military ships should just level down the big guns and go, we're coming through. We'll call it no fee. And so we were getting a ripoff. Now, on that note, I don't know how much you know about the shipping industry, but U.S. flagged ships do get charged more for a lot of things because they're generally wealthier corporations behind them. So they charge them more. And that's what's going on in Panama. And they're starting to talk about upgrades to the Panama Canal and having China buy it, do it, and all that type of stuff. And that ain't going over well with President-elect Trump. He's like, that ain't going to happen. I'm going to go on Amazon and buy that shit. Boop.
Pretty much. Well, I think we should have always... I'll put it like this. Right now, Amazon is developing drones, right? They're one of the biggest developer of drones with all the research that's going on, because their biggest thing is they, instead of paying Amazon drivers, it'd be able to be nice for them just to have drones that they go through and drop things off that are local to them, right? And there's so many fulfillment centers all over the country that it's just like there's at least one in every city. Like in every major port and city, like that's how it is. Would it not be smart to almost make a system or an agreement with Amazon saying, hey, look, if you're going to set things up correctly, Mr. Bezos, you know what? Why not help us out? The majority, because a lot of people around the country around the world use Amazon. Half of those containers are filled with Amazon setups. Yep. Why don't you create and put together a system where you can actually go through and set up a global I hate to use the word aerial system instead of going into, because I'm sorry, this all is, I didn't bring this up. He's talking about, remember, creating new, he's getting together with another business where they're going to be creating a new chips for a lot of the supercomputers, and it's actually going to rival with and fight with NVIDIA. And so as this starts to happen, there's going to be a lot of money that's going to come into Amazon, and I think they very much could create a type of drone system where we don't even have to worry about animal. Just create a freaking aerial system that drops things off instead of trying to bring everything in.
A drone's just going to fly your package from China all the way over?
Well, I'll put it like this.
Do you have any drones that's going to be? It's going to be like a river, the constant river of drones.
I mean, but here's the thing. Would it not be smart?
No. Not be smart. Shipping is the most, in giant cargo ships, is the most efficient method of shipping ever invented. We can put 50 million tons of bazillion tons, put all of Canadian Tire shit they sell in 1 year in one ship. Send it over. Imagine flying all that shit.
I think we could do it. I think we very much create a type of system. I mean, where we could just, constantly coming back and forth. Or literally go through, instead of going through China, set up a type of system where we actually have workers in Mexico and South America that actually produce versus going to China to produce it.
Lucifer says, my point indeed here, says, well, they opened a new super port in Peru thanks to China. China came in and said, we'll help finance your port. And right now, Peru still owns it, but they won't for long. They won't for long. China will bring that one home to roost. Because as soon as interest rates go a little high, I'm sure the rates they're paying are not the lowest on the market. So that will be a problem for Peru, like it was for Sri Lanka, and one of the places in Indonesia or over that way. Anyway, Shireen Spurgis, welcome to the house, Shireen. Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas is back. No more happy holidays for me. Well, I always said Merry Christmas anyway. Although I don't look at a Jewish person and say Merry Christmas. I look at a Jewish person and say Happy Holidays.
Or if they're Indian, I'll sit there and say Happy Diwali.
Yeah, Diwali. I've done plenty of Ramadans in my life. That type of stuff. Although a good point. This is a good anti-woke point here. We Americans naturally cater to everybody else because we're just nice people, and went through this whole happy holidays. Well, some people might be offended or don't celebrate, blah blah blah. There is nobody. Let me tell you, the Muslim world has 1 billion people in it, right, or whatever it is. Not a single one of them doesn't say, "Have a great Ramadan." It escapes me what the term is. Mubarak. Ramadan Mubarak. Whatever. I'm sorry, I can't remember it. They don't go around saying, "Oh, just happy good times of the year." They say, "No, happy Ramadan." And the Jews don't during Hanukkah. They don't go to, well, we can't say Hanukkah. We just better say Happy Bright Candle Day. They say Happy Hanukkah because they celebrate Hanukkah. And I say Merry Christmas. Why? Because I celebrate Merry Christmas. And if you don't, that's not my problem. But if I know you're a different religion, like if I know you celebrate something else, I'll wish you happy to your religion. But if your holiday is in July, I'm not going to wish you that. I'm just going to say, hey, it's a great Christmas season. Tom Oliver in the house. Thanks for joining us, Tom Oliver. Just in time for the Christmas discussion. Alpha Wolf says, welcome to all new fam and the old fam trying to get people to support Tom and Pedro. We need one more teal donation to complete our 5 that we're trying to achieve. That's right, we're trying to use the great Google YouTube machines goal feature to pump the algorithm. So if you want to participate in that, look at the super chat thing at the top of your messaging area. It says goal. Also, if you were to do the $5 super chat, it would say this is supporting a goal. It's not that we're begging for money, is we're really trying to get this algorithm to know that something good is going on here.
Absolutely.
You better tell me Feliz Navidad. Yes. Although I got to tell you, that song has been played too much this year. I've heard it no less than 50 billion times.
There's a new flavor of it, though.
Yeah, you know what? I heard a really slow version of it, too.
Really?
Or not a slow version, more of a jazz bar, girl in a red dress climbing on a piano type thing singing. And it was really good. I liked it, but still. I mean, that and the George Michael song, I think I've heard them 50 billion times. I have not heard John Lennon's song. I've not heard, what's my favorite, one of my favorite Christmas songs is Christmas in Hollis by Run DMC. I have not heard Alison Moyet's song, The Angel Gabriel. And I have not heard my favorite Christmas song of all time is by the Fat Man himself, Luciano Pavarotti's version of Oh Holy Night. It's probably the best Christmas song. It's one of the best songs sung ever. The Fat Man was one of the best singers, and I've listened to Pavarotti for a long time in his various stages of life, and it's sad that we lost the Fat Man because he was such a good singer. I love it when you would see the Pavarotti team up with Sting or Bryan Adams or Bono and stuff like that, and then they'd come out and do a song, and Bono would sing, and so Bono's a okay singer, but when he gets into it, he can really belt it out. And then Pavarotti's sitting there like looking at his watch, like, drinking a Coke and smoking a cigarette and stuff like that, and all of a sudden turns and opens his mouth, and it makes Bono's voice look like this little child singing, and Pavarotti is just like killing it. And his songs, his Christmas album, Pavarotti's Christmas album, is one of my absolute favorites. It's just amazing.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Tom Oliver just realizing that Pedro has glorious hair. He's been letting it grow since he got out of the Coast Guard.
I cut it. I actually been wanting to cut it. Because it was like, it's just getting long again. Getting really long. So I have it's a lot. I want to at least bring it back to chin or maybe shoulder length, which is about 6 inches. No, that's probably more than that. Like 8 inches, 10 inches. Come springtime. I got pretty thick hair, so I got a lot of it, so gotta get it going. All right,
the other day I got something. Someone we had a Christmas party here because my hair was long for a while, like in back, and I had kind of almost had a mullet going.
Yeah.
I cut that, but the sides are still long, and it kind of drapes down forward a little bit. And one of the people mentioned some famous Canadian hockey player, and I don't know all the. I mean, like half the hockey players are from Canada, or 3/4 of them, so I don't know them all. And he held a picture up. And I was like, hey, I actually did look like that dude. So I got mistaken for a hockey guy. Of course, that guy was like 6'4" and built, but I'm 5'10" and not built.
Yet.
Yes.
They're coming. They're coming up with those genetic modifications. Did you hear about this? Genetic modifications with AI. Like they're going through and they're messing with it now. It's like, what? What are you doing? Like all we need now is just like you can go through and like change. Oh shoot! Oh dang, Tom, what's up? Dude?
I got it to work.
There we go. Tom put us over. Nice.
Now the question is, let's celebrate. Goal achieved thanks to the participants. DYOR Media Network just achieved the goal. See goal. That's how we roll, ladies and gentlemen.
So it was $25 altogether. Not bad. I don't know, man. I just think it's interesting. One of the things, snaps, came in last minute too, Turbo. Turbo doing well. Merry Turbo Christmas. There we go.
Send us the Turbo link, unless Pedro, you got it, and we'll do over. We'll look at Turbo for you. Extreme Car Care all the way from Manchester. Thanks for sending us the King's money. We really appreciate it. We're going to take it and buy some tea and throw the tea into the Boston Harbor with it. No. That was a few hundred years ago. But thank you. It's Chris, right? Chris from Extreme Car Care. And tell us, Extreme Car Care, that's like actually detailing cars properly, right? Is that what it is? I see your picture, extremecarcare.com.
Mm-hmm. Boom. Here we are here. Boom. And it's pull it up. Turbo. TURBO. Is it base turbo? Oh, here we go. Here we are.
Chris, I've watched some of those videos on YouTube with the detailers who actually use the proper tools and stuff like that instead of what us idiots buy at Canadian Tire or Home Depot to clean your car. And it's amazing. It's like, especially when they I don't know, shampoo like disgusting car seats and stuff like that, and all of a sudden you're like, wow. And then you realize that crappy car you had when you were young was that dirty, and you realize what the filth you were sitting in your whole life.
Yeah, that's pretty much. They're breathing.
All right, which one is this, Pedro? Turbo?
It's a turbo. Nice, man.
I don't think I have Turbo in the list, but let's...
Market cap, 600 milli. Where did you get in on this, bud?
Hey, we've talked about Turbo in the past.
Yeah.
But look at the chart. Look at the beginning of this chart, Pedro. That chart is a classic. I guess that wasn't the right one.
Okay, here we go. Make chat. All right.
Paint correction, paint cleaning, ceramic coating. I need some a PDR done to my car I let my daughter drive. It's a 2004 Merc E320, and outside her house, my daughter's house, a tree fell on it. A tree fell on the car. Not even during a storm. Just branch got rotted and fell on it, and didn't smash the car. Just put lots of dents in the hood and the roof. Need some PDR for that. That's what's the right term, right? Paintless dent removal. He got in at 302.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that's a nice run up for him. That's a 4x there, 5x.
No, it's it almost had 100x on it.
Oh, three zeros too. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Alpha Chris, Alpha Wolf got in at 409. But the question is, do you still own it? That's the question.
You did well. You did really well. 3-0. 302. That's this area right here.
That Kodo UK.
That is crazy.
Announcement, extremecarcare.uk. Chris's shop is open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Feel free just to call down. However, we do advise where possible to book an appointment in advance to guarantee your spot. Well, look at. Oh yeah, we're going large here. Hold on a sec, Pedro. I'm gonna take over the screen for just a moment.
Yes, I'm setting everything up. So.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Detailing valet, paint correction and protection, car wash in Radcliffe. Oh, I think I just outed you there, but let me know. Oh, we can chat with Chris. I have a question. You just need your name. No, you're not getting my name. Let's see. What does Chris do here? Look at this. He's got a nice shop.
Oh, yeah.
Chris, this is the first time in my life. In 2018, when I closed my physical location of my company, I've had a shop with a detail shop in it since 1992, except for a short period of time when I had a job with an insurance company. But I always worked for automotive companies and then my own. And I had mechanics and a shop for upholstery, cleaning, whatever, car wash. And let me tell you, when you don't have one in your life, it's like losing your arm. You know, you get so used to having a shop, like full of tools, but B, full of the right tools. Like you need to buff your car. Oh, I got that. Which pads you want? Oh, I got all the different pads. And now I don't have that. And it's refreshing that I'm not paying for that because it's not cheap having a shop and buying tools and supplies. But I miss having that capabilities. Corrections and scratch removal, yep, need that. All cars can look better, need that. The Merc spent 12 years in Chicago. 12, longer, maybe longer than that. And so it's both bumpers shot. They just need to be wrapped. Let's see, ceramic coating. G-Technic ceramic coating. And man, these are some made up names. Guion, ceramic coatings. Angel Wax ceramic coating. You're not getting the gist yet, but we have the access to the most professional coatings like Angel Wax. Kenotech. Strangely enough, I did spend a lot of time in Manchester, but mostly in Birmingham, because I've probably had this discussion. Doing car stuff. Birmingham is a big automotive industry for the UK. And I spent a lot of time in Tamworth, outside Birmingham.
All right. I got it.
All right.
All right. So when it comes to Turbo's nice. Just straight up. Like the fact is that it came up, flew through this area with good volume, came back down, on support on the 100-day. Looks like I was expecting this to come down. I originally had this on the market cap. You'll sit here and see, like on the market cap, I had this set up right here. It never got down to this level on the market cap, around that 376,000 area here. But when you look at the price is still sitting around here. So it never really got down to this level here. But what we did see though is we saw it get above previous high, which was right here, sold off. Now we're seeing it continue up here. We're seeing not necessarily amount of volume coming in, but we're seeing an increasing in volume here, which is to me a telltale sign of people are buying in, things are actually happening here. So it potentially could keep going up higher here. So the next level we should see, and I always bring this up, right, is low, high, higher low, higher high, low, higher high. Now we have a higher low. The next one should be a higher high. The only thing that we're going to have issue with is that you have that 1432 area, or the 1.435 area, or the 13 area right here. They could act as resistance. But because this is definitely in an uptrend, you have higher highs and higher lows, we should have a pullback off of this. How far? Probably from here to here, maybe 20%. at the most. I mean, you can see here, every time it's done, like come up close to the highs, it sells off, right? So you can see here that we're probably going to see maybe a bounce off of this level here, push back up. But it's gonna, you should get above that 1 billion mark, I believe. What is that? 19. So it potentially could get to that $1 billion market cap. Potentially, if Bitcoin really starts to see a big rally up, you can see this thing probably pop up as well. Now it's on ETH. So if ETH really starts to take off, then expect a fairly good rally that correlates with this, where you can see it pump and get going as well. So that's it in a nutshell. But I like it. I like it a lot. Tom, you there? Yep, there you go. Hey, I got to use a bio break here real quick. And do you want to kind of give our guys some time to all kind of use the bathroom here real quick, and then we can come back in about 2 minutes?
With that, we'll take a break right now, ladies and gentlemen. We will be back after a 2-minute break. Be there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back waiting for Pedro to come on back here. Thanks for putting up with the commercials. I don't know if the commercials are still going on, but they are not. Anyway, it's Christmas Eve. I can't believe it's earlier in the year, probably somewhere around not September, probably July. Actually, I think it was right after Christmas in January, in which I just started the show intros by saying, one more day, one day closer to Christmas, because Christmas has just happened. And it's already here. It's frankly, it's amazing that it's already here. I can't even believe it. I can't even believe it at all that The great Christmas is here. My other camera's frozen. I've had this crappy camera all day. Anyway, it's that time. Let's take a look at the comments while I was gone here. Turbo is now on Coinbase and soon Robinhood. Chris says Extreme Car Care, Quantum Pro 3 and 5. Lucifer says it's a chumbalone Christmas. That's right. And Time Burns just asked me, this Lucifer. Here we got our Pedro back in the house now.
What's up, my peoples? Hey. Woo!
Thank you to everybody that's been watching on Rumble. Have not had a big crowd today. It's Christmas Eve, so that, oh man, that looks so good. I am so hungry.
It's so good, bro. They got it from
Tell me, Pepe's?
Yeah, exactly. It's so good.
Oh
man, my boys.
I'm so hungry now.
It's so good. Like, and they didn't have as many people show up at their party, so he stopped by, and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing now?" I said, "I'm just chilling." Last night, I just got back from the grocery store after my freak out, and he's like, "You want some pizza?" I said, "Yeah, I'll grab some. What's up?" Brings up like a whole entire like large Pepe's, and I was like, "Bro!" I was like, he's like, "Merry Christmas." I was like, "That's what's up. That's love right there." Love. Made me feel real good. So I had to grab some. I was like dying over it. I was like yawning. Anyways, I don't even know why I put these on. So
I'm tasting it right now. Good.
It's good, man. It's real good. So and I'm a meat lovers guy, so it was good. I'm trying to think what else. I mean, the market's kind of moving, but it's not a lot of volume, so I know it's most likely going to pull back. Oh, basic BAT, basic attention token. This thing,
basic attention token.
Yeah, this is the Brave token.
Oh, the Brave token. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It literally went from 27. It went from 21 to 28 cents, bro.
What?
Yeah. It got moving. Almost 50% increase. And here's the thing. With a ton of volume. Like, so I don't know what's going on, but something's popping off of here. So they've got something going on here. Something, I don't know what it is, but it's going. It is going. It might be that, and I don't know the news, if anybody knows the news behind what's going on with BAT, but
let us know. All right, Alpha Wolf's got to take off here. Walter, you have a great holiday to
yes, brother.
Not only yourself, but everyone in your life, wherever they are. Have a safe and great happy holiday. I got to do my thing. Go do your thing. And we'll catch you on the flip side, as they say, of the holidays. Mm-hmm. Thanks for your time and effort, Walter. It's to let you know it's very much appreciated.
Yeah, really appreciate it. Thank you. Mm-hmm. So, really nice. I was looking at this going,
BAT token. For those of you just joining us, welcome to DYOR Live. It's a daily crypto talk show and pizza sampling session.
It doesn't normally happen, but I had to get some.
Above me here in this box is Pedro Garcia, the crypto chart analyst. My name is Tom, also known as Striking here in the digital world. And we host a daily talk show here on YouTube, Rumble, and Twitch, and sometimes we pump it out to a bunch of other places as well. It's a holiday week. Viewership is down a little bit, so all of you that tuned in today, we really appreciate it. And all of you, including, I'll thank myself for participating in the goal here, the Super Chat goal, which we reached for the first time ever. Of course, it was the only time we ever did it, and we reached it, so very happy about that. So for those of you new people watching, that's what we are. Come by, ask questions. It's Technical Tuesday if you want us to go over a chart. Pedro and I started a little late. We've got probably 15 minutes left or so in the show here. Crypto Mike wants to say, Pedro, did you offer to share the ZA? And Lucifer has some sharp eyes here. Maybe it's because it's on a big screen TV in his office. Is that the Hawaiian version?
Really? No.
Now, is there pepperoni? I mean, pineapple on that pizza?
No.
Oh, what is it?
Not
Is it
even
banana peppers? What's yellow on that?
It's real
or
cheese.
Is it a Pedro concoction?
No, it's real cheese.
No, it's cheese.
It's good cheese. They mix. So when he does,
check this out. It's gone now. That piece had no chance.
No chance, dude. I had to have something. Falling asleep over here. Normally, you guys keep us pretty busy with a bunch of stuff to go look at.
Yeah, well, the viewership is low today. That's why.
Cake is pumping. Not that good, but it's pumping. What else is? I haven't really looked at anything here lately. Freaking
let's look at mana. Do you have a chart, mana chart with your lines on it?
I do. How about
Crypto
mana?
Mike will go over BNB after mana. We know Mike says, "How are my beans doing?"
Mm-hmm. Came in, found support right here, bounced off, sold through. I'm off on 189 area, and looks like what it bounced off of. It was a retest of the 20. It was always a good sign. Move this here. It's really weird to see it not bounce off my area. Like, I gotta admit, I was like, it blew right through my area. Oh. Which typically acts then, and if it does that, then it will most likely act as resistance here. But you know what? I don't know about that. Right here. Well, that's where it bounced. So, boom, came in, bounced off the area here, came up, and then sold through. I was like, wow, it's weird. Create a new low. Boom, boom, boom. This area right here. Go right there.
I wonder if today we're going to see a Bitcoin is pumping all morning. I wonder if we're going to see a close up shop for the day and close my positions and have a sell off. Oh, he's on slice number 2. Now I'm really hungry.
I need to build a bathroom up here, but I have a kitchen, a small little kitchen. Actually, not small; it's a very big kitchen. We need to put a bathroom up here. I'm gonna go all the way downstairs.
Alpha, we thought you took off.
Oh, what's up, brother? Good to have you as well. Yeah, Pedro, friends share. Peanut butter, banana, and fluff pizza. Look at this here. So,
I'm gonna find some new music.
do you believe in life after love?
There's the dog bark, right on cue.
All right, so you got a couple areas that you could potentially be coming into. We have a pullback here from Mana, which is this area right here where we have a supply. So we close below the 8, coming back up. That's in the 8-period moving average, which basically shows that we didn't really have a lot of volume pushing up. So I'd expect it to come down to a lower level here on Mana. And so we got 2 areas. I always try to go for the lower area so that I can buy in that lower area. So if it shows strength, then we can always get in later. But if you can get in at that lower level, it's a pretty big good. It's a pretty good area to buy in at. Come on. Why aren't you letting me duplicate you? There we go. We'll just do that. So, and then you can see how this acted as resistance here. So we'll move that now.
Crypto Mike says his rant of the day: sell everything but your beans. I tell you, there's no reason CZ and Binance pay $4 billion to the U.S. government for that fine, unless they plan on getting back in the U.S. market. I'm more than certain you're going to see a reboot of Binance USA. In fact, they won't even try to reboot Binance USA. They'll start a different one from scratch and say, you have until the end of the year to move all your money from one to the other, and then the Binance US with its legal documents and names and corporations that just fades away, and Binance 2 US starts up with full approval from the US government and all that type of stuff, and everything will be fine. And then they'll take on the CME.
They're already connecting with the CME to actually set up them Bitfinex. It's I'm looking at some of the stuff. It would be stupid for them not to. And they have so much money. It's really interesting to see I wonder how much money the CME actually has in cash. It's not a public company, so we don't know, but we're really interested to see if Binance really starts to capture some of this market in the futures and really create some dope stuff with it on the blockchain. We got a bunch of old guys who think that the CME might stick around. If they don't evolve, they're going to be like the way of the dodo bird or like Kodak. It's going to be really interesting to see if they embrace blockchain. JBee is a good one. I like that project. All right, I'll go check out JBee. Well, let's check out Beans here. So let me finish off here real quick with Mana. So we got an area right here that I like. We bounced off of this area right here. Came back down, tried to touch. We hit the 189. Key point here is this. We get above this 50 and 89 area, or the 50 and the this area, the supply area here. It's going to be a next leg up with Mana. Excuse me. Yeah, with Mana / Decentraland. And that next area. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was thinking that you were pausing to take a bite. Never mind. Keep going.
Oh, all right. You can see here as we came in, our next area we should reach the next leg up is at $1.50 to the 167 area. And it's going to be the area that we should see it pump to the next level. Then obviously pull back, create a new higher low with a higher high, and then continue up. But this is a good little pullback. I'm hoping that it hits this area here, the supply area here. It comes back down to this lower level. So we'll see what happens here. But yeah, that's a potential area that we could sit there and see it come down to.
Crypto Mike, I agree with you. I think it would be a good idea for if the U.S. government is going to buy a bunch of Bitcoin to do as much as they can over the counter and buy a chunk from Binance. Let Binance use the cash they get from that to slowly buy their position back. And even Michael Saylor can do that. They can make a very good deal, as they say. Like they can say, let us buy that big chunk from you and we'll not charge you tax. How about that?
Real interesting what he's trying to do as a crypto reserve on this connection. What's the did you talk? No, we didn't talk about Pepe yet. We can go over Pepe in a second. Lucy. And did he give me Sobe? There's the CA. Perfect.
I've got about 5 minutes left, Pedro. Here, I got the
Gotcha.
another Christmas party tonight that we gotta go do some things, some errands beforehand.
No worries. Check out here.
Lucifer says, crypto is happy today. Just looked at my wallet. Yes, well, Bitcoin's pumping. Bitcoin's pumping. A lot of things pump with it. But the volume's been down, so be careful, because you could see a big correction real quickly.
All right.
This is an interesting one here.
Is that porn one?
Yeah, it's a BAE on Sol.
All right. Have they started in 1, 2, 3, and they have not. What is their market cap? 64,000. And have they haven't bonded, or have they bonded?
You got me.
Okay.
Got me. On the StreamYard version, I don't have the great graphics machine, so I don't have a bunch of tabs open that I use to check that stuff, which I'm just being lazy. I could.
It's all good.
Also, Pedro, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange is a public company.
Is it?
Yeah, they went public in 2007 or 2002 or something.
Slipping on that. I didn't think they were, but you're right.
They're massive. I mean, they bought the Chicago Board of Trade. They bought a lot of things. One of my friends was a floor member of it for forever, and when they saw that the electronics coming and knew that the floors were going to close soon, so what they did is they turned everyone, the members owned Chicago Mercantile Exchange at the time in a mutual format, I'll just call it a mutual partnership. Everyone owns their share and your share of the company. And then they took it public, and everyone's share went from being worth, $400,000 to many millions of dollars.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Everyone got paid. Of course, they didn't own the share anymore. They traded their share for
stock.
Some people took the cash, and some people took shares in CME Group. And the people that took the shares are worth many, many, many times more than the people that just took the cash.
I knew Bob Dunn. I knew he had 3 seats, which was huge. It was like $1 million. I think he bought them at. The first one he bought was at, I think it was like 100,000. I think it was like 20 or 30,000, and the second was like 100,000, 200, and then I think he bought one for like 400,000. This trader named Bob Dunn. A lot of people know him from on the Trading Academy, but he had three seats. I couldn't imagine how he did off of that.
Did really very well, very, very, very well.
So let's go ahead and check this one out. So you've got a couple of the ones here that are acting as resistance. So you got this area right here acting as resistance. So I'm looking at this potentially acting as resistance of that 00019 to the 00017. You've got one area here acting as support. You can see how I try to come down and find support here. But then apart from this, you've got nothing but a slip and slide all the way down until at least right here. Right? So that's pretty much it in this one. I would sit there. You got if they're going to really get going, they're fighting against the moving averages, which is basically the triple, which is the 8 period, which is at 0001285. So they've got to come in with real volume, and the volume that looks at it isn't really that high. It's starting to kind of fall off here. Except for yesterday. Yesterday, I saw a lot of volume come in. So it was pretty much because it was down at this level here. But they've got to stay above this level. They've got to stay above this level of that triple. They got to somehow, some way. And then when they get up to this level here, they've got to do a lot of advertising, do what they normally do to really bring in buyers. Pretty much it. So that's something you need to be paying attention to, AI, when it's happening. That's it real quick, and I'll do a Pepe here real quick for you. I chased that higher high for many years, and you see what happened. Don't chase.
Never chase the high.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. The higher high. I got you. I'm a little slow on that.
Right. He's talking about the actual high, not the chart high.
Yeah. No, I got you. I was like...
This would be a good time to mention our partner here, BidFi. I know there's so many people watching that want to hear this right now, but if you haven't signed up for our crypto central exchange partner here, please do so. I'm going to be giving away when we come back from the new year, and Pedro and I are going to get in some other segments of the show about trading. We're going to do some more giveaways because BidFi is pumping up their marketing money and they want to give away money, so we're going to give it to you. But you got to have an account to do that. And then also we'll probably ask some more questions on the show. And those who answer them correctly might get some bonus money, like Troublesome did yesterday. Won himself 50 USDT to trade with. That's my sponsor pump today. Back to you, Pedro.
Awesome. Go get that money, guys. All right, so here we go. Pepe, where are you at, Pepe? Beside you here. Great. Okay.
Yeah, Alpha Wolf, I have no idea if we were looking at the right one or not.
Whatever one you sent me, I copied and I pasted in the and that's what pumped up. I'll do it again real quick.
Pedro, we got 4 minutes left in the show.
Gotcha. All right, so this whatever one you gave me was the one that was populated here real quick. Boom. Yeah, it was the only one here. So that's the one that I clicked on. And there you go. That was the same one. All right, here real quick. Okay. All right, where are we at? Let's check out Pepe is coming up. Bounce off this area here, finding resistance against the 50 and 8 period moving average. We want to see volume come in. We're seeing lack of volume, so I'm expecting seeing Pepe come down even further. After once the Santa Claus rally ends. But if it starts to keep climbing, keep a moving average on your 5 minute, 15, whatever time frame that you use. You want to play that trend up as it keeps continuing to get going, right? You don't necessarily know. Typically, the Santa Claus rally can actually end at the end of the year. So sometimes they'll keep going. We'll see what's up. That's it in a nutshell. And back to you, Tom. I know we are closing up here.
We are, Pedro. We are. Oh, look at that pizza. Oh, I can't wait to go upstairs and eat. I'm in the basement right now, set up here. Actually, I'm flying through space. Look, you can even notice the stars move behind me. The stars are moving as we fly through space here.
Mm-hmm.
Extreme Car Care says, have a very Merry Christmas. Make sure to switch off where possible. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Switch off. What else we got? AI Wolf. We used the one that you sent us. Don't know if it was right or not. Or not you sent us. I guess Chris sent us one, or someone sent us one. Pedro just cut and paste the.
No, I picked the one that Alpha sent us.
Crypto Mike, have a wonderful time in that little burg you live in for Christmas. Well, I'll pay attention to the TG room tomorrow. So if anyone's by themselves or hanging out and want to talk to some friends, I'll post some fun things there tomorrow just to keep you all entertained.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right, let's go out in style today.
Oh, fire chicken.
We have not done fire chicken today, have we? Let's go out. Let's do fire chicken. Yeah.
Coming back down. Support area right here. We got a couple. But this area right here and this area right here. We got the 8-period moving average right here sitting. So we can come down, find support down at this level of that 4054. And then see it consolidate like we saw here. And then see another pump. That's it. In a nutshell.
Nick Crypto asks, when's the next stream? Probably be Thursday. Thursday at 12:30. We'll be here. No stream tomorrow on Christmas. If I wouldn't mind doing it. I'm not doing anything except Christmas stuff. But the wife, Mrs. Striking, will have none of that. So no crypto.
Don't do it.
No stream. But we need to take a break anyway. AI Alpha Wolf says, all right, you guys have a safe and happy holiday. Let me get, what should we go into here?
Because of people. So make sure you're just paying attention.
We'll go out with the normal music so I don't have to mute this section. Who's the last commenter of the day here?
Thursday.
Thursday. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as always, my name is Tom, otherwise known as Striking here in the digital media world. So glad to have hosted another wonderful episode of this show. Thanks to everyone that tuned in, not only today, but all year. Had a great year, had thousands and thousands of views. Obviously, Pedro and I are stinking rich from all you viewers, and so we don't need your stinking money. No, we need it, please. Anyway, for you advertisers that are sticking around to watch the end of these shows, this is what a proper crypto talk show looks like. Education and entertainment and a great community. On that note, Pedro, that's all I got. Pedro, you have a great Christmas.
You too as well.
All right, brothers. We'll see you guys Thursday. We're out.
Tuesday.